Ha! I turned down my mic thinking that it was the audio. I don't know why OBS does that. It like hides my stuff. Anyway, I won't go through the whole spiel again. I'll just do it really, really fast. I did pass my Network Plus, so thank you for all of the support for everybody, everything that's going on. And for those of you who don't know, I am a teacher, so we will continue doing streams, but it'll probably be like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm not entirely sure when they'll be, but within about a week, I'll probably figure all that out. What we're doing today is that we are, and also, by the way, thank you very much, Black Mage, for letting me know that my mic is not working. We are going to be working in exploring VM lab environments and troubleshooting IP configurations. That is what we are doing today. So let's go ahead and... I found... No, we'll do this one. I found another playlist that I've been listening to while I work in my classroom as I'm getting everything set up, but I don't know if it's copyright free. This music I know is copyright free because I'm the one who wrote it. I'm the one who made it. So, like, if someone strikes it, we got a bigger problem, which is possible. Anyway, let's dive into the lab. I don't necessarily think that this is a big one. I think that this is more of an exploratory one. So, scenario, this orientation lab is designed to help you learn how to use the lab interface and operate the virtual machine, the VMs that you will use to complete each task. In other lab environments, you have used simulated machines that expose a subset of available features. On this assisted and applied lab platform, you will be working with fully functional virtual machines. Well, that's exciting. Running routes and host operating systems. While this provides a realistic work environment, it does mean that the lab platform must boot multiple machines in a certain order. Oh. And this takes extra time compared to the simulated lab activities. So I'm guessing that means that I'm going to have full access to like commands and stuff instead of it saying like this feature is not being simulated at the moment. You should experience a launch time of 2 to 3 minutes before you can interact with the thing. Okay. So we're going to explore the labs of this course. You will use one or more virtual machines hosted in the Hyper-V cloud platform, which we learned that is infrastructure as a service. The VMs work much like physical computers, but you access them via your web browser. Take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the features and the lab browsing controls. In this pane, select the resources tab and you will be able to review, or you will have reviewed the blah blah blah. Okay. In this lab, you will perform the following tasks: explore the tabs, interface, explore the Windows launch machine, identify the Linux server, verify internet access, configure IPv4, and distinguish assisted and applied labs. Ugh. That was a lot to read. I should have had my thing read it for me. Alright. Hey, look at that. We're almost there. Hey, look at that. We're there. This is very similar to the labs that were in the CompTIA A+. Okay. Okay. So Control-Alt-Delete worked to get this going, but it also... pulled up Task Manager on my computer. Don't really know how to not let that happen, so I guess we'll figure that out later on. Realistic. Okay, cool. Next. Complete the labs. This pane. Oh, socks. Dang it. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so once we look at resources, there's the corp server, and then we have the app server. We have the lamp. I love lamp. and then the IT admin. Okay, so we're going to go to other. Let's just kind of explore some things. Let's start with the IT admin. No! Oh, my fat fingers. / administrator. Whoa, it's over already? There we go. And then the password is PA55W0RD exclamation point. That should get us in. So these must be all different virtual machines. So does that mean that each time I open one, it's gonna be okay, that didn't work for some reason. Did I write it? Did I type it in wrong? CORPNET/ADMINIS. Oh, yep. There's an extra R in there. All right, here we go. PA55W0RD. Oh, I think I hit a / in there. Ugh. Let's try it one more time. PA55. Oh, I can look at my password. Okay, I'll definitely do that in a second. Let's check. Double check. That looks correct. This should let us in now. Nope. Let's go back to the instructions. The resource area is used to show the VMs you have available to you. You can use this pane to select between different VMs and control which network they are connected to. With the instruction tab, select. Okay, I've read that. Notice that within the pane, then will my thing read it to me? No, it does not. It does not notice any type of text. Okay, cool. Select the help. We don't need the help. Select the settings. I don't know, man. I'm pretty old. I might need the extra large text. Jesus. Okay, no, we don't. Let's just go standard size. We'll be okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's good. Charlie, what are you doing? You're usually in the garage. What are you doing, girl? Wow. Charlie caught a mouse not too long ago. Oh, good. Thank you for hitting that button, Charlie. Okay, let's see here. Looking at the pane containing the VM and the menu bar, select full screen. Working in the full screen is usually best. Where's the full screen button? No. If you're going to be up here, you're going to lay down. You're not going to constantly walk all over my board. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, that's nice. Okay, and then I can switch between things here. Okay, these are buttons. Okay, cool. The other options in this menu allow you to fit the VM screen to the browser. If you're using Windows computer to access these labs, press the Windows logo key on your keyboard. Notice that it activates the taskbar on your PC. In some browsers, this might also cause the lab environment to exit full screen mode. Well, let's find out. Nope. That's a negative. Okay, use the power display. No, I have not watched that. Oh, that's what you told me to watch over the summer. And I wrote it on my list. And I watched My Hero Academia instead. I'm sorry. I'm a failure. Maybe I'll squeeze in an episode tonight. All right, use the keyboard icon to open up the menu. Okay, we already looked at that. From the keyboard menu, select Control-Alt-Delete. Well, I pressed Control-Alt-Delete on my own. Okay, use the VM. Okay. Interesting. Oh man, it'll just straight up put the thing in there. Whoa, what? See, reading the instructions helps. Okay. So it should work, right? Yeah, that just means I was typing it wrong the entire time. Let's see here. What is this anime on? No, what I told you to watch. I don't even remember what I told you to watch. Okay, good. But no, I have not watched that. What's it stream on? Oh, it's on Netflix and Hulu. Maybe I'll watch an episode of it. I've seen pictures of it all the time. Alright. Click the submit. Observe the instruction panel. So host name. There's our MAC address. There's our IP address. There's our DNS server. Our default gateway. Alright. Heavy load. Silent Eye. WebShark. Notepad. Yeah, well, DuckDuckGo tells me that it's on Netflix or Hulu. Now that you have identified the lab space features, identify the computers used in the labs. Alright, so let's go here. That's exactly what it is. These are just all different virtual machines. And if I hit this button, does it work? Ooh, let's go. So that means I can go here and type in. Ooh, no. We're gonna go here, type in our password. We should be able to get in. Okay. So it's for a virtual machine. It should 100% just like work. So like yep, it does. This is cool, man. I was looking up like IPv6 and how to subnet IPv6. It kind of rocked my mind. All right, cool. Let's check out. Well, actually, let's see the instructions first. Okay. I'm just going to kind of explore my own. I think I know what it wants me to do. Yeah. Whoa, I can change the Ethernet? That's kind of cool. Let's see if Jamie can get in. Cool. It does take a little bit for it to fully load. This is dope. Okay, let's go to the next one. Ah. Okay, let's see here. That Dude, I hate that. Nope. Okay. This one's gonna take some time to figure out. Yeah, I am not good with Linux at all. Let's go here. Buddy. Nope. My mouse just kind of disappears. Let's go back to it. The instructions here is configured as the network's domain controller. It runs Windows Server 2019. Normally, the DC role should not be combined with other roles. Okay. The app server is a Windows Server 2016. Configured as a member service for running applications. It is the web server IIS. Okay. A lot of things are starting to make sense as I read through these virtual machine things. This VM is also configured with a static IP address 10.10.2.13. It is in a different subnet than the corp server. Okay, admin is configured as a desktop client computer, though it basically is running a server of 2019 for licensing reasons. Okay, I guess that must be like a common thing that happens. Virtual machines may also be selected from the main menu, or the menu at the top of the lab interface, or from the resources tab in the pane. Select the star and then to sign in. Okay. I did this already. I did not do this. Point to the network test bar. Okay, so it wants us to go to the corp. Hey, look at that. I'm already signed in. I will say, I feel like it's easier to do stuff on Windows 11. Maybe that's just because like I have now become a custom to Windows 11, and I didn't really know how to do a lot of this stuff on Windows 10 to begin with. But like now, I don't know. Windows 11 just kind of feels like home. So hopefully it lasts another like 10 years, like how Windows 10 did. All right, let's see here. What are the instructions here? Wants us to get in. We got in. Point to the network on the taskbar, and it should read that. That's exactly what it reads. Fantastic. Okay. As a live environment, the multiple routers and computers lab instances can sometimes fail to initiate correctly. If a lab is not working as you expect, check the corp server as it identified has identified the network link. Wow. So these are straight up just like straight up real machines. I guess that makes sense. It says they're virtual machines, so like if they spin up wrong, I have to go in and fix it. But it sounds like I bet they don't spin up wrong often, but anyway, that's just kind of cool. Right click the start button and get into network connections in the app settings. Let's see here, network connections. Hey, look, that's exactly where I was at. That's what I figured. Select change connection, change adapter. Change adapter settings. Right click on the Ethernet and then hit enable. What? On the network connection console, right click on the Ethernet adapter and select disable. Oh, and then now it's not working. And then now select enable. And then all of a sudden, dun, 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 I have internet. Or should. Not there yet. Yeah, I do. In server manager, click tools. Server manager. Let's check it out. Here it is. Wants me to click tools, huh? In server manager, go to tools and then DHCP. I'm guessing these are tools because there's DHCP. Okay, expand the corp server. Server note to all tasks. Expand the server.ad. Where is that? Oh, is that down here? Okay, we're just taking a long time to go down, boys. That's all. That's all that's happening. The IPv4 node should show the green tick if the network on Corp server has been listed as unknown or unauthorized. You may need to restart the DHCP server to reactivate it. I'm still hung up on here where it says to expand this. This is wild. Like, what, I don't see this anywhere. I don't know if that's boom. Oh, here it is. Tools, DHCP. There it is. I was in the wrong thing. Okay, let's expand this. Go to IPv4. Select the IPv4 node and confirm that it shows a green tick mark. It does show a green tick mark. Right click, start, and select Windows. Oof. Oof. I'm getting tired. But we gotta keep going. Stay strong. So right click, start. Oh, stupid. The Windows start. I thought it was like I right click on here and I'm gonna see the word start or something like that. So it wants me to right click on start, select Windows PowerShell admin. Okay, I already did this. Yes. So now I should be able to go to ipconfig, right? And should, yeah, look, it's done. It's doing stuff. Okay. What about ipconfig/all? Well, I guess it helps if I'm typing. ipconfig/all. Yep. DHCP is not enabled. Interesting. But I have access to the internet. Well, whatever. Select and follow the icon on the host and observe that the command is typed in the console for you. Oh. So wait, it's where is it? Here. I don't see that. Select the following keyboard icon. Selected it. Oh, okay, I see what it's doing. Okay, console, enter the IP config. I did that. What is the IPv4 address? 10.10.10.111. 10.10.10.111. Evaluate. Correct. Leave the terminal window now. Can do that. 40 minutes remaining? Jesus Christ. I feel like that's not right. Identify the Linux servers. Look, this is the one that I need the help with, man. I just feel like Linux is so, like, out of my reach. I don't know. And that's what I want to run my home server on, is I want to run it on Linux. And it's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's the reason why I want to run it on Linux. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. The live environment uses a number of Linux machines. LAMP is a Debian Linux distribution. I don't know how to say that. Linux is weird. Linux is weird. And Linux has this thing where it's like coveted, but it's not coveted. Like, when you go and ask people about like how to use Linux, they basically just like kind of laugh and like pat you on the back and say good luck. And then you, like, there's a lot of Reddit posts that just like I feel what happened is that the first group of people who ever like really figured out Linux as it started getting mainstream had to figure it all out by themselves, and then they were just, instead of helping the next people, they were just like, hey dog, I figured it out by myself, you can do it too. And it's like, part of using Linux is that you kind of have to figure it all out by yourself. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all okay. If necessary, this, and then, okay, we already did that. Use the password. That is not the password. LAMP login. If necessary, select that server and control, and then sign in to the password. Use SSH to start. And to use SSH, start a session on LAMP in the terminal. Okay. I feel like this just got real fast. Let's see if I can get into it this way. That's hint number lock on. How is that a hint? How? Okay, so he really wants me to go back here and use this command and hit enter. So let's go back to the corp server. Okay, let's see. I can do this. So it should be SSH LAMP at www.c. It said DBBN and it's named after the creator's wife. Interesting. A little bit of lore. You know me. I love good lore. So the password should be PA55W0RD. God, it wasn't typing. Maybe it was typing. PA55 W0RD. There we go. Okay, we're in. It's evaluating. Success. Run the following command to show IP configurations. IPA Wait, so since now I'm in a Linux server using SSH, that means I have to use Linux commands on a Windows terminal. Yeah, that makes sense. DE said that way you would be in Debra. I'm not gonna lie, Black Mage. I'm really tired. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I'm trying to wrap my head around Linux. You're gonna have to use. You have to speak real slow. Yeah, I'm not following. I don't know what DE is in Debra. Oh, it's named after his wife. Well, I guess you're stronger than me. I'm old. Anyway, let's get back to it. Type show conf and press enter. Use the arrow or page down keys to scroll or output. So that command it. Oh, it's show conf. Show maybe there's not a space. The question mark don't work. Oh, that's her name. Okay, that makes sense. Again, remember that type text is not available in Linux consoles and no feedback is shown when you enter passwords. I should have read that when I was trying to type it in a second ago. When working at the Linux server console, if pressing keys does not enter text into a VM, check that your sensor is clicked into the VM window. VYOS runs a command language that mimics the syntax of switch and router operating systems. Show conf and press enter. Use. Maybe they meant show config. What is it? I did the thing. Maybe. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Either scroll to the end output and press Q to quit. Okay, well, this one did not work. Maybe I'm just dumb. I typed it in. I typed it in a few different ways. Show cough. Nope. I don't know what the right thing is. We'll keep going. This is just an introduction to it. I'm sure we'll figure it out later. Either scroll to the end or output. Okay, let's go next. This is why it says 30 minutes. Damn, dude, this might be the only thing we do tonight. If it's going to take that long. The Windows and Linux VMs represent a typical on-premise corporation network, or corporate network. The lab environment also features a simulated internet on... Is it really simulated internet? Because isn't the internet just like addresses and a wire? Okay. Aren't we simulated? Anyway, the lab environment also features a simulated internet. The on-premise machines are connected to the simulated internet via a square and an arrow. Cool. Version 25.7. Visionary Viper. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Can we just tell me what this is? Okay, good. My VPN trying to do things. This roadmap offers an overview of the project direction. It's intended to be detailed list. Okay. Interesting. Security networks made easy. Okay, anyway. That's today's sponsor. Obviously, if you haven't been able to tell. Gateway route firewall. This machine is operated using a web app. Select IT admin. If necessary, send Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, let's go to IT admin. That's a bad sign. Alright, let's unlock. Let's go. Okay, we're in. Okay, whatever. Okay, sign into the admin, Control-Delete. We did that. Use taskbar to open up Firefox. Okay, press Firefox and address bar. And go here. Nice. I'm digging this auto type thing. Man, I'm digging that. That is so nice. I wish my life was like that always. Okay, let's see here. Browsers might display notifications or pop-ups. If these are not mentioned in the steps instructions, they can be ignored or dismissed. Okay. In the address bar, type this. Why am I typing that? You just told me to get into this. Let's make a new tab. ISP911.net. There we go. Empowering your digital journey with speed and security. All right. Did anybody see the update that they're not going to the initiative to give 1 gig internet to the entire country is well, it's no longer the initiative. 100 megs down is now the initiative. So, not really sure what that means with all of that taxpayer money. Okay, cool. We did this. Homepage is displayed. True or false? Site the ISP 911 site claims that the company can offer Internet of Things solutions. I'm going to say yes. Like, why would it not? Okay, task. Configure IPv4 address. The previous section provided the steps you needed to use to access systems and run commands. Lab tasks are graded activities that can contribute towards your final score. Each task will present you with an objective and information essentials to completing the task. There will also be a checklist if you need help to confirm that the task has been completed before you use the evaluation script. Okay, change the static IP address on the app server. So, okay, let's go to the app server. Why are we taking so long? All right, there we go. Oh, I need to. No, we gotta log out. I have to be in a admin. No, not shutdown. So just change. No, no. I just want to change. Okay. All right, here we go. Trying it again. That means the first time I was trying to access this, I typed something wrong. I wonder what it was. Okay, it's wanting me to change the static IP, right? Or change it to a static IP, I think is what it wants me to do. Change the static IP configuration so that the internet adapter is set to 10.10.2.200. Do not adjust any other IP configuration parameters. Well, it should be as simple as going here. And then... Is it in properties? Is this it? Properties? Yes. So 10.10.2.200. Okay, that it should be as simple as that, right? Ten ten two 200. I still do not have internet. Use the following accounts to access the machine to service the local network. Yeah, but I'm not connected yet. I changed it. We're on the app server. I did this. Internet properties. I did that. Well, I got to it a different way, but that's fine. So once we go to start, select network connections. And then right click on it and then go to properties. Yeah, it was just here. In the Ethernet protocol dialog, select internet protocol version. Yeah, I did this. And hit the properties button. Yeah. Change the IP field address. So then why don't I not have internet? I get, well, hold on. What is it? 10.10.2.100? No, it's 200. It's not going to go. Hurry up. Time out. TTL. Time to live. Okay, well, I was able to ping myself. What about my default gateway? Oh, buddy, I'm not typing that in. Why is my default gateway in IPv6? Oh, okay, there it is. 10.10.2.5. Ping 10.10.2.5. But yet it still says I don't have internet. That's wild. No internet access. Yeah, so I pinged it. When you have checked your work, select evaluate. I did what it said, but it still says I don't have internet. Yeah, checked for hint. Use the guided steps to hint while attempting to the task. I did. It's because I didn't do close. Oh my god! It's because I didn't close it. Oh my god! That's like filling up your car tank with gas and then like not turning it on and saying, "Man, I'm still out of gas." And then as soon as you turn it on and move like an inch, the gas gauge actually goes up. Okay, evaluate. What? Yes, no, I did this. Check for hint use. You have attempted this task more than once. So I don't pass. Is that what you're saying? Okay, let's see here. Which of the following domains should be identified by the network adapter configuration on the Windows VM? What's up, James? Great analogy. Yeah, thanks. I actually dated a girl one time that she was not the brightest crayon in the box, and she had a hard time understanding that about the gas gauge. Anyway, let's see here. I need to go into the following domains should be identified by the network adapter configuration in the window VMs. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. Which machine provides a DHCP service to the local? Should be the corp server, right? Or the corp server. True or false? Labs have a recommended duration, but can be extended for this. Yes. Oh, they can't? And the A+, they could. True or false? Labs have recommended duration, but can be extended from this to... Oh, well, it can be extended by like 20 minutes, not to any amount of time. That's what I get for bonus mark not awarded as retry attempt. So it wasn't a flawless victory, boys. I have a feeling it's not going to go well because I did the thing when it said to hint. Yeah, this is just like the labs that were on the A+. Okay. Wow, I spent 46 minutes on that. Well, I guess I was kind of jacking around and playing around. Oh, it's because I attempted it more than once. Because in the real world, you only get one shot. Oh, it doesn't, I don't get a check mark. That bothers me. Okay. How long is this lab gonna take? Leaving a lab inactive for over 10 minutes could cause the lab to close without warning. Identify the resolution, some typical configuration related support. Note this lab platform needs to be booted up. Okay. Let's boot it up. This will be the last thing that we do. Now that we kind of know what's going on. So here's the scenario. You are supporting networking for the company NetCorp. NetCorp is redesigning its premises network. It's network. I'm fading fast, boys, but I'm going to stay strong for you guys. The new design has been partially implemented in Hyper-V for testing. One of the goals for this redesign is to ensure that typical support incidents can be resolved efficiently. To test this, 2 configuration errors have been introduced into the environment. Your task is to identify and resolve them. Objective 5.3, given a scenario. I'm not in 5.3. Dog, I'm in 4. I'm in 4.5 or 4.9. What are we doing? I feel like we just skipped a chapter. Okay, 5.3, given a scenario, troubleshoot common issues with network services. Lab environment. The the CorpNet, I'm dyslexic, network is supported by the Corp server window domain, DHCP, DNS, the local network implemented by core and distributed routers, the VYOS. I don't know what that is. We'll have to figure that out. It is connected to to a simulated internet environment via the OPNS router/firewall. In this lab, you will perform the following tests: verify network configurations, verify connectivity, troubleshoot Windows network issues, troubleshoot Linux working network issues. Yeah, this one might take a little bit, boys. We got a minute. Has anyone seen Fantastic Four while we wait this minute and 40 seconds? Minute and 20 seconds? Oh, never mind. Don't care anymore. We're going to keep going. Alright, see here. You are supporting objectives. Got it. Let's keep going. Oh, good. We have a little topology here. I wasn't going to lie. I was a little worried. Okay. So, here's the app server. Here's the corp server. IT admin office. Building A floor. Building A basement. That makes sense. (10.000/30). Alright, verify that your admin laptop at IT admin has an appropriate IP configuration for the local network. So we want, if necessary, sign in as Jamie. Okay, let's do it. Signing in. I'm jacking on. Isn't that what they say in Cyberpunk? Jacking on. Or jacking in. I don't remember what it is. Jacking on sounds bad. Right click the start button and get into the terminal. That makes total sense. And then we want to ipconfig. ipconfig. So our default gateway is 10.11.2.5. Correct. What is the host network address? Ooh. Isn't that this? We're going to take a shot in the dark. Well, it's not totally in the dark. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Try again. Identify the value of the subnet mask from the ipconfig output. Convert it to a number of bits, and then set the unmasked portion of the to 0. So does that mean that this buddy, I don't want to do this math. Is there a command? It's jacking in. I don't think that's it. I gotta do the math. 64 plus 32. Okay, so basically I need to figure out what the subnet mask is and then go to 0. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's my bedtime. I know. We're going to figure this out, though. Okay. Okay, I'm about to do a stupid amount of math to figure out this subnet stuff. And I'm going to be really upset if this isn't right. Oh. I don't need this plugged in. That can go away. Oh, for anyone who cares, my 8-bit do controller came in for N64. It's pretty dope. I'm able to play Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch 2 now with the original buttons. Because I'm a millennial and I spend my money on that stuff. Okay, so we have 102. I have a feeling I'm about to do way more math than was absolutely necessary, but that's okay. So we have 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. And was it 102? So I can tell I'm tired. I can't remember crap. 102. So we have to figure out what combination of numbers equal 102. So we have 64 plus 32 is 8. 6, that's 98. So that's not it. So let's try using a calculator. How about that one? How do you like them apples? So 64 plus 32 plus 16, 112. So then 64 plus 32 plus 8. How's it? 10. Okay. 64 plus 32 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. We got close enough. So that means that this is 0. This is 1. This is 1. This is 0. This is 0. This is 1. This is 1. And this is 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. So if that's the case, yes, I just did this all wrong. I did this all wrong. I was treating this like the side R, and it's not the side R. This has nothing to do with the subnet mask. This is what the subnet mask is. This is... Oh my god, dude, I can't think. So that means... So that's 0. So all these are 0. Well, duh. Of course they're all 0. So since they're 0, that means it should be /24, right? No, that doesn't mean that. Why am I drawing a blank? There's a way to figure this out. Okay. Let's go to our buddy here. My IP address is what is it? 10.11. Crap. It's 102. 102. And my subnet is. How do I figure out the host? This is how you use AI, by the way. You ask it to tell you things, not for it to do things. Oof. What do you got for me, Papa GPT? So 102 is the host. So the network portion, host portion. See, that's what I thought. Then write it in terms of WXYZ/NN. I know how to think of the IP address. So it is /24. I think 0.0 is always /24. I'm like 90% sure. So that means it should be. Man, I knew that, but I struggled with that hardcore. For those of you who don't understand, maybe I went too fast because I didn't really explain what was going on. So I'll just explain it real quick. So what goes on is that we use the subnet mask to get the site R, and that's what it wanted. It wanted the site R. And the way we got the host is that the host is always the first 3 octets. Sometimes it's just the first 2 octets. And we zero it out, and that's the host. That's why, like, when you do any type of subnetting, you always minus 2 addresses when you're trying to figure out the availability of the addresses based off your site R, because the highest one is the last one on the high end is the broadcast, so that way it can go out to everybody. The one at the bottom is the host, and we'll have it read. Well, it doesn't. No, it's going to read all this stuff. So let's say that you're setting up a device manually. The server is this, with the host is 102 because that was the last octet. The printer is 110. The router is 1. All of these have the same 3 octets and are similar. So therefore, that is the host position identifiers to the unique subnet. Then we subnet the 255.255.255.0 to /24. Network and broadcast addresses. Yes, that's exactly right. Formula. And then to get the usable number of IP addresses, we go 2 to the power of 32 because 32 bits has been used, minus the subnet bits, which is this. Well, no, it's not. That's not the subnet bits. Minus 2. This is the subnet bits. No, it's not. It is 24. No, it's not. It's 24 minus 32. Okay. Yeah, we figured that out. We got it together. Yeah, it's the sidear. I was right the first time. It's the sidear. Minus 2, 56. So that means that there's 254 usable hosts, meaning usable IDs. Okay, cool. Let's go back here before it times out on us. Okay. So now we want The gateway can be any IP address in the subnet. Using the first or last address is more conventional. The main thing is to choose a convention and apply it consistently. In the terminal, run arp-a. Arp-a. Well, that didn't work very well. Let's try it again. Oh, you know what it is? Arp. I was putting a space between the dash and the A. The Saved Ninja. That's a dope name. Okay, let's see here. What is odd or significant about these results? Oh crap, we have 2 of the same MAC addresses. We have 3 of the same MAC addresses, all with different IP addresses. Well, okay, that's not necessarily very strange. They could have changed the IP addresses to the MAC addresses. Host 0.1, 0.5 have the same MAC address. There are invalid addresses with 224 and 2239. I don't see addresses that have 224, 229. Host 1, 2, and 5 have the same MAC address. Yeah, that's probably it. No, that is not it. So that means it's not this one. There are no mapping for this computer. Is that it? What? What? But point 2 has the same MAC address as them. Oh my god, no it doesn't. I just saw the 98 and 99. Buddy. Saved Ninja, you think it's 239? I don't see any address over here that says 239. Oh, in the first octet. Okay, I see what you're saying. That is... Well, okay, that looks odd, but honestly, that's probably like a default or like a DNS. Well, no, it may not be. Oh, it's just cray. Yeah, okay. 44 minutes remaining? Jesus Christ, guys. Okay, we got to get crack-a-lacking on this thing. I got work. I got to wake up at 5. Ping 10. Okay. IP config. Oh, come on. IP config /all. I don't know why I want to put a space in between that. I think it's a space on yeah, misread. I think you put IP space config on Cisco switches. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've done some packet tracers, which we will do eventually. Okay, let's see here. What are we trying to do? What are we looking for? What is the IPv4 address of the host DNS? There's the host name. Here's our IPv6. What is it of the host DNS? So is it 10.10.1.11 or 0.0? No, that's it. It was right here. Server. My problem is that we interchange the words host and server and client. I know they all mean something different, but like we use them interchangeably and it can be confusing sometimes. Or maybe I'm just really tired. Here we go. Notice that when we ping 10, 10, 11, no, 1. This should be successful. It was successful. Now we're going to ping www.isp911.net. All right. Run the following ping test. Observe some types of failures. So we're going to ping unreachable, unreachable, unreachable. This fails with the internet unreachable because no route is available to forward to that. I'm pretty sure 8.8.8.8 is Google. I'm like 90% sure. Let's type in this, find out. Yeah. Dang it. Well, this should have not been successful, but whatever. So now we're going to run this. Yes. This returns output with a status code of 200, indicating a successful connection to a web server over HTTP/HTTPS. Curl, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Curl can be used on Windows and Linux to test web servers at the command line. In Windows, the command is curl. The command curl is an alias for PowerShell commandlet invoking web request, though it is possible to install curl.exe Unity. Interesting. Okay. Task. Troubleshoot the Windows network issue. Oh my god. All of that was just making sure that the internet was working. Oh my dear god. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Oh, buddy. And I think I can build my own home server? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? A user has reported an issue with a Office PC. This machine should be receiving similar configuration to the IT admin via DHCP. The user has reported that they can browse the websites on the internet but cannot access the local web server. Ooh, we had these in our practice questions, which is hosted on the app server machine. Verify the reported issue and apply the appropriate solution. Okay, so do we need to go into another VM? I guess it's the Office. Yeah, let's go to the Office PC. Let's boot it up. Okay, use the following controls to access the machine and service the local network that might be relevant to resolving the issue. Use Control-Alt-Delete to sign in, and then use the power button. All right, Control-Alt-Delete. Jacking in. I'm jacking in. That's so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Host. Okay, you might not need to use all of these to complete the task. Okay, it's just kind of telling me what's going on. Okay, we got the IP address. But the problem is the internal. The problem is not external. Show hints, because I'm just a glorified monkey. I don't know what to do. Select office. I did this. Select terminal. And we're going to use what we just learned, which is curl. Curl. Oh, wait. I don't have to type it in. Hey! Opa! Makla Checo to me. Alright, let's see here. I'm not used to this command. Okay, cool. So that worked. And this should fail. Because that's our issue, right? This is our issue. Updates.add.corpnet. Yes. Ping app server. That should fail. Okay, and then pinging this. Another active machine. That should work. By the way, if you've made it this long in the stream, go ahead and give it a like, man. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. These tests establish that the machine can communicate with the local address, the default gateway, and with remote networks, but not the other subnets on the local network. So is the issue the subnet? But if it's not resolving the name, it could also be a DNS issue as well. Well, it has to be a DNS issue because it can access the intranet, but it can't access the internal net, the internal network, the extranet, or whatever they call it nowadays. All right, let's see here. Okay. Run ipconfig to observe the following errors in the configuration. DHCP is not enabled. So maybe it is a subnet issue. The subnet mask is not. Ooh, that's big bad. That's a wrong. The reason we know this is wrong is because of the other machine. Because we just looked at the other machine. Okay, that's how we know it's bad. Okay, right click on the icon. Okay, let's change the network settings. Properties. Yeah, this part is like way easier to do in Windows 11. Oh, cancel. Cancel. Whoa. Once we go here, select Ethernet and then select that. Under IP address, click edit. Oh, it skipped a step. Unless there's another way to get to something. There might be a different way. Open network settings. Select Ethernet. And then there it is. Edit. I think I could have done it also where I was at as well. Automate that DHCP. Just, hell yeah. I'm gonna automate the hell out of this DHCP, man. Let's do it. Okay, so this tells us that it's not a DNS server issue or DNS issue because it was already automatic, and we had a lot of other signs that were pointing to the other thing. Then we're gonna go back here, All right. What? Okay, hold on. Well, okay, so Save Ninja, you said it's not a Class C address. That is correct. However, it's not a Class C address. Well, okay, the original. No, well, I'm going to eventually be working for my Security Plus. I already have my A Plus and my Network Plus, and I'm like basically all I have to do for the CCNA is to pass my test. So that's why I'm going to focus a lot more on this, and then I'm going to be doing my Security Plus, and then I'm going to do the AI one that CompTIA has, because with AI agents, I really feel like cybersecurity is going to be like crazy high in demand. But that's like a whole nother talk for a whole nother stream. But anyway, it doesn't matter that it's not a. It doesn't matter that it's a C class address, because our original address that when we were on the admin laptop, that was also not a C class. That was also an A class. So unless you're referring to the fact that this is typically a subnet mask for a C class, but even then, this is not a subnet. This is typically a subnet mask for a C class, but it is being used on an A class, because that 10 tells us that we're in Class A. Anyway, so we automated that DHCP. The Save Ninja, do you have your Network Plus, or are you working on your Security Plus? Like, what are you doing? Okay. No big deal, dude. I totally get it. Okay, that ping worked. Okay, that ping worked. Working towards A plus. Nice, dude. Nice. If you haven't already, I would strongly recommend to get the labs. The labs go through the Core 1 and the Core 2. They're like $100. They might be $200, you know, inflation and whatnot. But it's really good, because it's not like you have to get the labs for A plus Core 1 or A plus Core 2. Like, it's just one giant thing. And it helped me tremendously. All right, let's go to the next thing. When you have checked all of them, then evaluate. Okay, yeah, evaluate. It's going to give me crap because I needed a hint. Already passed Core 1 and taking Core 2 next week. Trying to get Network Plus, Security Plus, and the I can't remember what that abbreviation's for, plus within the next 2 months. That's a tall order, man. Have you already been in the industry for a little bit? Because I mean, I don't know. I'm a novice when it comes to this stuff. I'm kind of fumbling through, as you can tell. All right, let's troubleshoot this Linux machine. I got into it mainly because my wife has a Wi-Fi intolerance. She does not sleep well when the Wi-Fi's on, and I've done a lot of tests to like kind of like prove that. And I think it's this one. So then I started running network in the house to de-Wi-Fi the house, and then I kind of just went down this rabbit hole. I was like, I need to control my data better. I'm even working on a separate server so that way I can host my own local AI. So that way I'm not dependent on like Chatbot GPT and stuff. Yeah, it is extremely addicting. It's so interesting, and yeah, that's really just it. It's just crazy interesting. I equivalent being able to understand computers, and especially network, to the same thing as being able to work on a car. If you can't work on your own car, then you're getting scammed, and you have no idea that you're getting scammed. If you don't know how your network works and how like the internet works and how they're taking your data and stuff, then you're getting scammed and you don't know that you're getting scammed. So I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. So let's get here. Get user. So that's going to be PA55W05. Am I in? Oh, crap. How do I go back? Was it Control C? Okay. Get PA55W0RD. We're in. I'm the greatest technician that's ever lived. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm the second greatest technician that's ever lived. I'm just here to chill out since I already went through this in computer science. Yeah. I didn't have those classes. Those classes didn't exist when I was going through school. I'm old. If you haven't already, like the stream. Go ahead, like the video, and subscribe as I fumble through this some more. You might not need to use all these things. Okay, guide, show hints, because I don't know anything about Linux. I'm gonna need all the hints I can get. So we need. Is it gonna type it for me? Wait. So then, what was the point of? Hold on. What was I supposed to do? Another issue. I'm a school teacher. I actually teach graphic design. I'm not even a computer science. I just think this stuff is cool. I actually, funny enough, I used to be a band director. And now I'm a graphic design teacher. And now I build computers and do stuff on the side. So let's check this out here. This is a new Linux server and will support software development and activities in the company. The server should be receiving DHCP, default gateway, verify and report the issues. Do you see what I mean? That it what okay, hold on. You know, I don't really know. I really enjoy teaching. I really like teaching. So maybe one day, maybe I'll transition from being a graphic design teacher to like a computer science teacher. But in the meantime, I have a lot of side projects that I like doing. Like I have some spare computer parts and like a really small ITX shell. And I kind of want to make my own console where it's just like it runs. Maybe it'll run Steam OS. Maybe it won't. I haven't really thought it through. I just know that I have the parts to do it. And I was like, bro, this would be really, really cool to do. Okay, why is it having me sign into this again? Because it wants me to ping this to see if it works. But it's not going to work. It already told me it's not going to work. I was about to go off and say that it wasn't. I hit the hint button and it wasn't giving me any commands for Linux. I hate when the labs do not do that. Yeah, I have some emulators right now. And I mean, I love playing those old retro games. Like if you look at some of my old live streams, like they're old retro games. But putting the emulator together was actually low-key way more fun. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Sudo nano It's etx slash network slash interfaces. I will say that when it comes to Linux, there, like, once you understand why things are named a certain way, it makes way more sense. So PA55W0RD. Okay, this file describes the network interfaces available on your system. Let's see here. And this is the problem. The we're on a completely no. We have the wrong. No, that's the right gateway. Yeah, it's just another language, but I feel like Windows commands aren't as intuitive as Linux. Like, I don't know what sudo means, but I bet if I looked it up, it would make sense why it's called sudo. Let's see here. Edit iface ether1 int sac so that it reads. We got to automate that DHCP. As simple as writing DHCP. Is it really that simple? Sub-user do for sudo. See, like, that makes sense. Okay, so now that I did that, delete the address and its gateway. Okay, because I don't need this then. Because now I have DHCP. Press Control O. Enter. And then we're going to hit Control X. Okay, cool. Go back to the admin. And we're in the terminal. Should work now. That's not good. That's bad. That's so bad. I was thinking the same until I started using Linux more, and it's making more sense. So, making more sense as to why it's a lot more complex and cap sensitive. It starts to get a lot easier the more you use it. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. So. Oh, I didn't do this. We got to go back. Okay, so now we need to do sudo systemctl restart networking. That makes sense. Okay. Are we good now? Oh, crap. I was supposed to sign up for things. Okay, I'll have to do that after I do this. Okay. So all these are done. We're good. It's going to give me crap because I had to use hints. I have a feeling that I'm going to use these labs like a lot until I can like do them without any hints, until I can do them, and not that I memorize it, but like I understand like what I'm doing. Yeah, let's submit. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Install an enterprise router. Wow, these are going to be way fun. Look how many there are. That's pretty dope. The language isn't too difficult from what I know, so it wouldn't be that hard to learn. I just don't really do anything with Linux to need to know it. See, and that I also have some other projects that like I want to make my own game launcher for Windows. So that way, like all the games that I have on Epic and Steam, and or basically any game that I have downloaded, I want to be able just like to click it and launch it. I know that there already are game launchers out there, but I want to make my own. But in order to I want to do that for Windows for my actual PC, but then also for that like console that I have the spare parts for. I would love to run my own operating system, like what is it, Cannoli, I think is a really good one that's on some emulators. I think that's a really good one, and I'd love to like make my own version of that in Linux, so that way I'm trying to like figure out how it all functions. The best way to learn is to do, my friend. That is the best way to do. So, but I need to go to sleep because I have to get up early in the morning. So I'm going to have to catch you guys later. All right. So if you enjoyed the stream, whoopsie. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. There it is. We found it. We found it, boys. We got there. Okay. So if you enjoyed the stream, please like it, share it with a friend, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm ParaDiddlePete. I take L's in networking, so that way you don't have to. And yeah, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And I'll catch you next time. We'll have more of a stream schedule after school starts, but it'll probably be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It'll probably be one of those days. But other than that, man, makala checo.